Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Um, Happy New Year's Eve for those who are watching this on New Year's Eve. So this definitely should be coming out Thursday. Today's Wednesday that I'm recording it, but it should be coming out Thursday. So happy New Year's Eve. Be safe and enjoy your New Year's Eve. So today I'm sharing with you, for those who are new, hi, I'm Casey. I make videos about my life. You'll find videos about gardening, about sorority life. I'm a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. And recently we have been really focusing on budgeting and tracking and saving money because I'm preparing for a move come June. Yeah, so the date was finally set that I should be moving in June. So it's exciting and kind of nerve-wracking and all of that stuff mixed into one. But today I am going to share a video. I did a monthly budget. Now, I have only shown y'all my paycheck to paycheck budget because that's what I usually do, and I use the YNAB system. So before I was using YNAB, I would do a monthly budget, and I was using Dave Ramsey forms, which I really do like. I stopped doing the monthly budget because my income was so unstable. It really honestly depended on the hours I was getting, and I couldn't really get a grip on how much I would have in a month. And so the budget really, I did the budget and it didn't really make sense because I never stuck to the budget basically. I was doing good, but I didn't really stick to the budget. But now that I have an income that's really mostly stable, from my main job, I get the same amount. It doesn't change. I do the same hours, so I get the same amount. So now I wanted to try to do monthly budgets. So I did a monthly budget for January, and I just wanted to share. I am going to continue to do paycheck to paycheck budget, but this should make that quicker or maybe a little easier. So I'm going to show you my January expected budget, and we'll get into it. So I'm going to turn you around and let's talk about the budget. Okay, so for those of you who are familiar with Dave Ramsey, you know there are three forms that he used. So this is the first form, which is called the Quick Start Budget. This form covers what he calls your walls, your necessities, your bare bones, like what you need to be able to afford to live, your bare bones. So we're going to start with this, and up top I wrote January 2021. And for this one you don't have to, but it always helps me to keep in mind. That is what I forecast for my income. So it starts with charity, and we're doing 683, and then savings. So we know I'm doing the November bi-weekly challenge. So for the month of January it should be $26, which is the next two is $11 and then $15. So this should be $26. And then my current rent. And here are the utilities that I am responsible for, which is water, the mobile phone, $98, internet, $9.95, cable is $12.34. So that totals to $24.86. And then we move over to food, which is $3.70. I'm not spending anything on clothing in January, and yeah, I'm not spending anything on clothing in January. Transportation, the bare minimum is $60, but this will go up. And we'll talk about that in the next paper. But the bare minimum is $60. And then I don't have any of these right now. I'm not paying for any of those, so I don't have anything in that category. So my bare bones budget of what I would actually need is $1,668.86. So once this is done and it shows me what I need, because what I need is less than what I'll be making, I have some leftover for the other expenses. So again, this is just like the bare bones. You don't see all the other things that we actually pay for, but this is what if I only had enough to survive, this is what I would need to survive. So now I'm going to take you to the next page. I did not have enough to print out. I ran out of ink basically, so I didn't have enough money to print out the next pages, so I had to handwrite them, which is good for me because some of the options that are on the next page I really don't use. So it was a little bit of a waste of paper, so I just wrote it out. So this is my monthly cash flow. So the monthly cash flow includes your personal needs and your debt. So of course it has all the numbers that would be on the quick start, but then it goes into more detail, and this is where you really are putting in the work to get to that $0 type of budget. So here we start, and this is how it breaks down. If I had the paper to show you, you would see this is how it breaks down. So charity, we have tithes and Prince. Prince is my son. This is what I give him each month, and this is for the whole month. So we have to remember it's for the whole month. So we have our charity and Prince, and then my saving for November is 26. My moving savings, what I would like to put for the month is 200, and towards the car I want to put 227 and 68 cents. Housing is of course 305. My utilities, they really didn't change. 104.57 for the water, which I'm so excited about because I was paying a water bill that was like $200 and over, and the water bill has finally gone down. Woohoo! So my phone, which my phone is not just my phone, it's myself and my son, so that's $98. The internet for us is $9.95. Cable is $12.34, and then we'll move to food. So this is $307. Right. So you'll remember on my quick start, I did put $370 in groceries, but this is $307. This honestly was a typo on my part, and as I was working this out and doing it, I did not catch that that was a typo. But I left it at $307 because honestly, that is the goal. I want to get my food budget down to $300. So that's why I left that at $307. And also, I am going out. There is a soror that I have not seen in a really long time, and we are close, and we finally have free time to see each other. So I am going out to a restaurant. So this is, you know, that I took restaurants and dining out off my budget to save money towards my moving and my car. However, I have not seen her in so long, and we finally have free time, and I am going to use this money. This includes whatever I eat at the restaurant and getting to the restaurant, which is going to be the metro for me. So that's another reason I left this down at 307 instead of it being 370 like I had on my quick start. Now the monthly cash flow plan is where you make the adjustments to make sure that you stay within your however much you're supposed to be making per month. Okay, so transportation, and you can see I adjusted this also. I took my transportation up from $60 to $100. I did that because when I set the $60, I forgot that in order for us to go to fellowship, we go to fellowship once a month, the first weekend of each month, or the first Sabbath of each month, we go on fellowship. I have to rent a car in order to go out there, and renting the car with gas usually comes up to around $100. The car rental for the whole day and including gas usually comes up to about $100. That's why I moved this up to $100. And next month I will adjust my quick start budget to reflect $100 instead of $60. So that's why I did that. Now going down to personal, these are my subscriptions. So the Apple 200 gigabytes, I'm paying for extra storage, I believe. Stash is my little investment that I do each month. Music, I'm paying for music. Theo is my dog, so that's how much I pay for his food each month. And home care, I bought myself a gift for my new apartment. And I'm paying on it monthly, so it's $12 a month, and I think I only have 2 more payments left. So I bought a gift for myself, and once I move, I'll show you the gift that I bought for my home. So it's actually not just for myself, and you'll see it. So that's something to look forward to when I move. Now on my debt, I'm going to do $25 to UMD, $25 to the lawyer, and $43 to my Capital One bill. So when you add all of these numbers up, it equals to 2276, which is my amount that I am estimating or to get paid. There was another word that I wanted to use, but that's the amount I'm estimating that I would get paid. So now once you do this, your next form, which I really never did and never cared to do, but I did it this time, is the allocating your funds form. Now what allocating your funds is, which I have been doing the whole time, but I never actually wrote it out, is where this is where you tell your money where to go. Now the reason I also never did this, because to me the monthly, even though we call it a budget, to me it's really not budgeting because there's no money. It's forecasting. So I am forecasting what I'm getting. And so that's why I never bothered to do this one. But I thought I would start the new year off and really dig into these budgets, because I really do like these worksheets. You can't see the worksheets, but I wrote it down here. I really do like them, so I said I would do this for the monthly, and it's only one time. So it's the monthly budgeting, forecasting, and then when my paycheck get in, I can look at this and say, okay, this is what I planned, and just pop in the numbers and see if it works. And as you can see, I have a little sidebar, some highlights, that what I forecasted isn't actually what is happening. So I can see I don't get paid until Friday from both jobs, but I was able to see my paycheck today. I had did the forecasting and made it all the way down to it was 0, as you can see, because I had to go to the other side. And then this morning I checked to see what my paycheck would be, and it isn't what I thought it would be. So what I forecasted for Target was $27.99. Well, my actual target was $3.17. So after tithes, I had forecasted that I would have 797 after, excuse me, let me refresh this. After tithes, giving, and my initial, after tithes, giving, and my initial car money, because I have an automatic to go to the car, I forecasted that I would have $797.68 for my working budget. What my actual working budget is $780.31. So that is a $17.37 difference, which isn't going to hurt me because what I decided to do, since my goal is really to get my grocery bill lower, I decided that this whole $17 would come out of grocery and it will be down here as we go. So these numbers that you see here are not, the equal numbers will not be correct because this was my projected numbers and my actuals are going to be slightly different, but it's okay. So I'll be putting out of this paycheck one, we'll call both of these together our paycheck one. There'll be $20 going to Prince, $11 going to my November savings challenge. For moving, there'll be $12.50. The car is going to get $60.77 on top of the $111.16. Of course, I decided that the first paycheck, my rent will come out of the first paycheck. So that's the whole amount of rent. The phone will be half, so it'll get $45. The internet will be the whole internet bill because that comes out at the beginning of the month, so $9.95. Groceries will be, instead of $185, because we had that difference over there, it will be $167.63 for my groceries. The restaurant, because we're going at the beginning of the month, will be $30. The car rental, because we go at the beginning, is going to be $100. Apple gets its a whole bill, which is $5.29. Then stash comes out at the beginning of the month also. That'll get $10, and music will get $3.17. So that is paycheck number one. Paycheck number two. Again, this is a forecast, so we'll see what I'm forecasting. Prince will get his next 20. The rest of my November challenge, 15. The rest for moving, which will be $187.50 for moving. We have the car will be $166.91 plus the $111.16. So the car, you notice the car is getting more money because I have more time for the moving now that I have a date of June versus the car. The car I need to, or really want to have that car by March because of Passover. Passover is in March. We're going down to if nothing unforeseen. I know we're still involved in this global reset. So if we're allowed to travel, I'm going to Tennessee in March. So I want to purchase my car at the beginning of March. So I am putting a little bit more money in the car fund to get the car at the beginning by the beginning of March. The water bill, $104. I'm paying that whole thing with the second check. My phone, I'm paying the balance of my phone here, which I think I put more in the phone than I actually need, but we'll see as the month goes on. Cable bill is at the end of the month. The groceries is $122 towards the end of the month, and then we have $9 because the dog food comes out towards the end of the month and it's $9. The home care is $12, and my debts I'm paying towards the end of the month with the second check, so that'll be $25, $25, $43. Now, somewhere along the line, I did my math. I don't know what I did with my math, but it came up to $2.36 left. So of course I'm gonna put that towards the car. Um, I could not figure out where I was a little off in my math at, but I'm gonna keep working on that to try to figure out where I am a little off with my math. But that is my budget for the month of January. And I thought I'd share it with you because I don't usually do a monthly budget here, and I am using Dave Ramsey forms because I like those forms, and I do it on paper, and then I use YNAB for my paycheck to paycheck. So you will see my first paycheck on when will you see it? Oh, you'll probably see it Friday, where I'm actually in YNAB, moving the money into the different categories, and we'll see how I did if I have anything in red on Friday, which I know I do because there's always something. But we're working our way through, and so I want to thank you and wish everyone a happy New Year's. Well, today is New Year's Eve. Are you going out? Are you staying in? Let's talk about it down in the comments. Let me know if you're going out or you're staying in and inviting a couple of friends over. I know, at least here where I live at, ooh, I'm shaking. It's shaking, y'all. I apologize. The people are still going out to a couple of places. So I know I won't be going out. I've never been much for going out on New Year's Eve anyways. I'm not staying in because of the pandemic. It's just I was never much of going out on New Year's Eve anyway. It was a day that I got to rest and got to sleep. So that's what I normally do. So I'll be doing the same thing. But anyway, I will see y'all soon. Probably tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.